Welcome to ASTA, your daily global briefing. It's July 29, 2025, and today we unpack a seismic US-EU trade deal, renewed US-China talks, a humanitarian emergency in Gaza, and BRICS' bold AI push. Let's get into it. In a high-stakes move, President Donald Trump and EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen signed what Trump is calling the biggest trade deal ever. Under this agreement, the U.S. slaps a 15% tariff on nearly all European goods. Steel and aluminum still facing 50% duties beyond quotas. In exchange, the EU agrees to purchase $750 billion in American energy, invest $600 billion into U.S. manufacturing and military contracts, and expand tech imports. Trump's allies hail it as a win for American workers, but across Europe, outrage. France called it a dark day for Europe. Germany warned of economic instability, and Ireland reluctantly approved, fearing economic chaos otherwise. Markets surged at first, but cracks are showing. The euro dropped sharply to $1.58. The US dollar strengthened. While stock markets rallied globally, economists are cautious. They warn that rising tariffs mean rising prices. The average import duty jumped from 2.5% to 15 to 17%. Inflation pressure is real, consumer costs are going up, and supply chains could be hit hard again. Meanwhile, the US and China are back at the negotiating table, this time in Stockholm. The core issues? Overproduction in EVs and steel, China's social safety reforms, and reducing global market distortion. Beijing says it's committed to rebalancing the economy toward domestic consumption. But global observers are watching closely. Many remember how past talks fell apart. In a dramatic moment, Trump delivered a 12-day ultimatum to Moscow. He says Russia must show real progress toward peace in Ukraine or face secondary sanctions. At the same time, Ukrainian hackers reportedly targeted Russia's Aeroflot airline, causing nationwide flight delays. Moscow has launched a cybercrime investigation blaming Kyiv. Tensions are back on the rise. In Gaza, a humanitarian catastrophe is unfolding. Israel has announced 10-hour daily pauses in military operations to allow aid convoys through. But only 73 trucks have reached the 2.3 million people trapped inside. Food, water, and medical supplies are dangerously scarce. Aid groups call the situation critical. The world is watching, but little action has followed. Leaders of BRICS met in Rio de Janeiro and issued a strong call for global AI governance. They want the United Nations to spearhead a fair and inclusive framework to regulate artificial intelligence. Their concern? A growing digital divide and AI monopolization by Western corporations. While condemning U.S. actions in Gaza and Iran, they avoided direct criticism of Russia. Instead, they emphasized multipolarity and financial sovereignty, including expanding trade in non-dollar currencies. Tech innovation. A new electric pickup truck has hit the market, backed by none other than Jeff Bezos. It's designed for functionality, not flash, targeting working-class buyers in rural and delivery sectors. Analysts see this as a strategic pivot in the EV market, away from luxury toward utility and affordability. Zooming out, the IMF forecasts 3.3% global growth through 2026. But warning signs persist: high inflation, trade fragmentation, geopolitical rifts. The global economy is splintering into blocks. BRICS is growing stronger. The West is doubling down on defense and tech. Global cooperation? Shrinking. Today's developments are more than headlines. They're tremors shaking the world's foundation. As nations realign around power, trade, and tech, uncertainty is the new normal. This is ASTA. Subscribe now and stay sharp as the world changes around you.